Well, we have another new arrival. I've been given an old Teleton amplifier, and at last I have something that will drive those old HiFi speakers really nicely, because they contain 12-inch woofers, 3-inch tweeters. They would have been made around 1970, 1972, somewhere back then. And it seemed only appropriate to connect this old amplifier up to some equally ancient gear. This Philips record deck has a ceramic cartridge on it, but it still manages to sound good. It's the little things that give away this amplifier's age. The signal level for the radio is shown on this little moving coil meter here. And if you move over to the function switches, you'll see there's a switch there for a magnetic cartridge, switch here for a crystal or ceramic cartridge, FM, medium wave, tape and auxiliary. So I could, if I wished, connect a CD to this, no trouble at all. And I've got a CD, but what I haven't got is the right lead to connect it, because this set, being old and of course European, has 5-pin DIN plugs on the back. There aren't any RCA plugs. The voltage selector switch is unusually prominent as well. It's just there, you know, you could quite easily knock it if you're dusting or something, so that's something to bear in mind about this one. I suspect that the power on button here is supposed to light up, but I think the lamp's gone. The tuning knob has a flywheel in it, and feels very nice indeed when you turn it. And then you've got your basic volume, balance, treble, bass, and the speaker selector switch. A and B, B only, A only, or phone. At first I thought, what on earth can that be? But of course it's headphones, isn't it? It's not got the automatic disconnect feature that you find on more modern kit. And the headphones go in there. There's a full-size jack plug. You've got AFC there for FM stations to prevent it drifting. Muting button, so you can suddenly shut the sound off if you want to. Stereo and mono is really for use when receiving FM stations. If the station is weak, switching to mono can get rid of a lot of the whistles and hisses and other annoyances. And last of all is a loudness control. Now you'll remember this from the Iowa boombox. Pushing this button in will boost the bass at lower frequencies. It's not automatic, so if you have got a record that's got a lot of bass on it already, or a tape, or indeed the radio program, you can turn it off. Now the cassette deck I'm using with this is definitely rather ancient. The old TIAC A450. I think they started out thinking that they were going to build a battleship rather than a tape deck, because the result is a very, very solidly engineered piece of kit. It's good too because the output is variable, so you can match it to the amplifier, and I found if it was in the middle it was too quiet, but if turned fully up it was too loud for it, so about there it seems to quite like it. Notice the kit, sort of swinging lamp that shows the tape is in motion, because this deck is a top loader. A lot of them were back then. Philips, Grundig, ITT, GC, they all made them. Toshiba, Sanyo, Sony. This didn't half take some getting going, I can tell you, but I'm glad I did get it going. Very recently somebody sent me a video of theirs running, but the only thing is that the lamp's blown in here. This flickering effect, sweeping effect if you like, is caused by a shade that runs around the lamp bulb inside, and the belt's driven by the tape counter mechanism. You can see how close it is to the tape counter, it's right there. And it is a bit of a pig to get at, I can tell you that. In fact, it's a right bastard, but well, it was worth doing to have it all working as it should, eh? And you can see we're in fine fettle. I've changed all the belts, oiled everything up. Didn't need a new head. The heads in these things just seem to go on forever. Let's see what this sounds like. Turn the old volume up here.
Please lock me away and don't allow the day here inside where I hide with my loneliness. I don't care what they say, I won't stay in a world without love. Birds sing out of tune and rain clouds hide the moon. I'm okay, here I'll stay with my loneliness. I don't care what they say.
Well, a Philips N2400 stereo cassette deck is good, but the sound isn't as good as that, is it? God dear, yes, that's really quite something. I think you could seriously annoy the neighbours if you were so inclined. So there you are. This really is a vintage stereo system, complete. Cassette deck, ancient amplifier tuner, and the record deck from about the same time. Sorry about the rather crackly record, it's one I keep for testing. But there you are, you see, we're all in full working order. And a rather nice sounding order too. Anyhow, I have a feeling I'll be playing with this new set of toys for quite a while. Bye for now.